Good morning, welcome back to Morning at NTV. Today being a Friday, we have you in mind, you who is talented but doesn't know how to commercialize your talent, how to actually earn a living based on your talent. So today we'll be giving you more insight onto that, on how you can go about it. But before we start off, I'll let you know who we have in studio by him performing. Take it away. Oh, wow, that is so soothing. Welcome to studio,
Thank you.
Sewa.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for making time.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome.
Yes.
You are many things in one. You are the founder, director of Janzi Band.
Yeah.
Janzi Band, named after this instrument.
No, the instrument was named after Janzi Band.
Okay.
Yes, because Janzi Band was formed in 2009, which was on the 27th of August. And this instrument, I started building this instrument in 2015. So, but it gained the patent in 2017.
Wow.
That was last year.
You've even patented.
Yes, it has rights.
Guys, we need to get serious with life. Where did this passion come from?
Well, I come from a music family, so my background is all about music. Music is my life, music is what I do. So, but of course, creating instruments and innovating them is a challenge I thought I should take on. I consider myself not just a musician, but someone who can give more than just playing on stage and making people smile. I need to add more value to my cultural heritage as well.
Right.
I mean, creating Janzi, it came from innovating the adungu, which is an instrument from the north, we all know. And that was a challenge at first. When I was on tour, one of my friends was refused to have this adungu on board because it had nails. It was embarrassing for me. So I thought I need to do something. So I gave it a new look, a much more modern look. And from that, I thought of something like add more to what is already there. So I came up with Janzi, a 22-string instrument tuned in 2 scales. We don't have that in Uganda.
Wow.
Not even in Africa, an instrument with 2 scales.
Yeah.
Here we have one.
Congratulations. You actually need to feature in the Guinness Book of Records as the, the initiator and creator of this. Did you have, because I've seen it's actually electrical. Did you have to get a manufacturer to put this together for you, of course with your brains, or how did you come up with this? Because it's so sleek and so tech.
Well, I have a small workshop at my home.
All right.
So all this you see is done at my home.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not like I'm taking it anywhere else. No. In my home, backyard, this is where all is made.
Wow. Wow. Is it just this, or you're also working on other instruments?
Well, all the instruments actually I play on stage, I manufacture them myself.
Are you serious?
I don't buy instruments.
Okay, guys, he is like I said, the founder and director of Janzi Band. And if you have had that band performing, there's something to it. There's that X factor. So you're actually the brains behind the instruments as well.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Let's start with you, starting up with that particular passion and taking it a notch higher. In 2009, now Janzi Band was born.
Yeah.
How did that come about? You being, a musician, an artist, and even, a creator as well. Why did you think of just coming up with a band as opposed to you just going solo as yourself, as Sewa?
Well, like I said, everything starts with a challenge. For me, I feel responsible for most of the things. Like, I have created stuff because of the challenges I've met. It was embarrassing for me still in 2000. That was in 2009 earlier. I was in Europe, and You walk around and people ask you, what are you doing here? I'm a musician. From where? Uganda. What do you play? And I say, I play the adungu. What's that? It's a harp. Oh, you mean a kora? I say, no, it's not a kora.
Yeah.
It's a Ugandan harp, a Ugandan string instrument. And people don't know any of these instruments. So for me, creating Janzi was about bringing our cultural heritage up front. You know, telling the world, we have this kind of music, we have this kind of instruments. That's why when you see Janzi, we incorporate these instruments in our music, trying to develop that, hoping we can have more people pick that up. And because when you travel around the world, people know less about Uganda.
Right.
They know about Uganda because of politics, the chaos we keep creating all the time, and you know, some of the most productive things that we should bring to the world, they don't know. I mean, when we travel, some of us are called West Africans, you know, because they think music in Africa comes from West Africa. So we still need to work hard, especially for Uganda. We have so much talent that the world does not know. So much, so many instruments, and I mean, it's our responsibility. It is all up to us to come out and do these things by ourselves.
So today we're talking about commercializing talent. You are actually living on this.
Yeah.
Like this is your 8 to 5 job. Actually not 8 to 5 because you people perform throughout the night. But well, this is your, you know, day-to-day kind of activity to just generate, you know, income for you. And not just for you, but for the band as well. Now, on that particular front, at what point, or someone watching us today, how can they start? How did you start, you know, with just an idea and just put that into practice, implementing it, and at the end of the day, it's being your source of income at the end of the day? Where does one start? Where did you start?
I think the problem we have in this country is talking too much. We have the ideas, but we keep talking and talking and talking, imagining. If we start, all you have to do is start. It doesn't matter how you start, just start. When I started Janzi, I didn't know what I was doing. My father, the late James Wachidanga Sr., he was like, what are you doing? I'm starting a band. I said, are you stupid? I said, no, I'm doing this. I mean, for me, it was like, I'm going to start. I didn't have anything, but I said, I'm going to start because I feel responsible bringing this to the world. People need to know around the world that this is the kind of music. You see, we have a challenge. We play music. We have musicians here. We do not have a specific style of music that comes from Uganda. We just do music. That's the honest truth. And we failed to have an identification in terms of what do we sell to the world. You understand? We still look at our local instruments as backwards.
Yeah.
You're too local to play that, but that's who we are. If we can only embrace who we are, then the world will know about us in other, you know, things, not just politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So embracing our uniqueness. We just shouldn't all go into contemporary, you know, type of music, but just getting down to our cultures and embracing that. Now, you handle a band and it's an all-man band.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you create actually, you know, jobs for these people. How is it managing this group of people? Because I've attended some of your gigs and you people, you are the true example of excellence at art, in
Thank
art.
you.
So how do you manage to control this group of men? Of course, men have egos and stuff like that. How do you manage them and just still get them to respect your goals, your vision, and your values when it comes to excellence?
Well, I don't have to control them.
All right.
These are mature guys, professionals. I mean, when I bring in a guy, I tell you what I have to tell you. You understand? You see what we do, we're brothers. It's not like I'm their boss. I am one of them. You understand?
Yes.
So everything we do, I am part of it. When they're in pain, I'm in pain. When they're happy, I'm happy. So we're family. That's why whatever we do on stage, it's not like we have, you know, extraordinary talents. We're just like any other musician around town. But we just understand each other. We've gone beyond just being a band. We're a family that stays close. We know each other that much. So for me, it's about understanding. Because when you're joining the band, I tell you what I need from you, and you're going to do as the band requires, not as I require you to do.
And so if I come in and I don't do what you want me to do?
You're out. Because, I mean, it's about the band. It's
now
not
I
about me.
understand, because I've followed you people for quite some time now, and I've noticed the new faces now and stuff like that, so I understand where that comes from.
And I deal with more, you know, it's not about talent. It's about character for me. You might have the talent, but you don't have the character. Every guy you see in that band is able to, you know, to carry all of us when asked to. And that's what I look for. Do you have the character, you know, to carry us from here? Let's say we have a problem, we're on stage, and we don't want these people to notice there's a problem.
Yeah.
It's your responsibility. You're picked on to do that, and you have to do that. If you can do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I want the viewers to have a feel of the Gen Z instrument as well, just for a few more minutes. But after that, we'll get into the nitty-gritties of how you've been able to sustain that business, the Gen Z band business, to date, and you just making it profitable. So take it away.
Okay.
Wow, wow. You know, you're so passionate about this, and it's something that I've noticed with every band member.
Yeah.
You guys, when you're playing, at times you just get lost in the music. You close your eyes. It's like you're connecting to the
because
sounds.
it's not just about playing. You need to, because once you have fun, they will have fun. If you can't have fun, they can have fun.
Yeah.
Because the audience you're playing for feeds on your energy. And, you know, the expression you show them. And we feed on the audience, you know, response. How do they respond to whatever we're doing? So it's a teamwork thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, wow. Let's talk about the coin. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty, the alls in all. So it's talent at the end of the day,
Yeah.
but making money out of it. How did you get to that point, or someone watching us today who has talent, how do they get information on how to rate their talent? First, we'll start with that before we go to marketing.
Well, sometimes you can't rate talent. We just discover talent. Once you discover talent, we grow talent. You see, the problem we have here, we think, you look at an individual doing something and you think that individual is all we can have. But there's so many other individuals coming in. I mean, 2-3 years back, we had a singer who's now in Canada, Gidi. And everyone thought this is all we had. Today we have pages, and no one saw this coming. I mean, we just need to give other people opportunities. They might not be good at the start, but they grow into what you need them to. It's about giving people opportunities. The people we think have, you know, bigger talents actually don't make it sometimes.
Right.
You know, discipline-wise, they lose it along the way. So, rating talent, it's with what you do.
Now,
I mean,
for example, in Gen Z, because I know you have contracts with most of the restaurants and, you know, joints in Kampala. You go perform there, of course you're paid. So what parameters or what do you benchmark against when you're giving the restaurant owner a rate?
well, giving a right look. You know, you look at the talent we have. When you come for Janzi, you know what you're coming for. You know, we're not just another band around. We're a band. When we step on stage to make a point.
Yes.
We've come to play, and then, you know, as a venue owner, you have assurance we're going to do the job right. So whatever conditions we sit down and discuss on, you're able to see. I mean, 9 years together, that's a long time for a band.
Yeah.
So you know we can do the job.
You can do the job.
We can do the job.
So there's that, and there's like someone who's watching us today who wants to now to start commercializing their talent. When you started, where did you get the information on how to rate your art? Where can they get that information on how to rate their art?
Rating your art, it starts with you. Do you know your value? That's number one. Nobody knows your value if you don't know your value. So
once you know your value, you have all that in check. Where do you go to get
Because when you
numbers?
start to say something to someone, you stick to that because that's you. I mean, not all the time they will listen to you, but with time, things work out. Because once you know this is what I am capable of doing, you bring it, you know, with professionalism, commitment. Trust me, people can simply see.
Right.
This guy is worth this. You understand? Oh, this guy is just making noise to us. He's not worth this. So go away. So for me, when I go to speak to a client, I know we're not going to disappoint you. And when we step back, you see value for your money.
Okay.
And we step on the stage. There's no big gig and small gig for us. Every gig is the same as the other one. So when we play today, we play like we're not playing tomorrow. It's the last time we're playing. We play tomorrow, it's the same energy that is required. Because I tell you, music, talking about music, because that's what I'm, you know, I know most, is you have one chance every day. One chance. The moment you stand on stage, that's your chance you have. Because you don't know who's watching you. And once you lose that chance, thinking you're going to have another chance tomorrow to do things better, you're wrong. And I think it should be the same thing to, you know, other professionals. That you work on a TV, the moment you're in front of that camera, that could be your last time.
Right.
Because your boss is watching, and that could be the time he says, you're not doing the job right, so you're out. So you have to do it right all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, in journalism, we have a mantra where we're told that you are as good as your last story. So don't just, you know, sit back basking in the glory of your last big story. You need to work on the next and make sure that it's consistent. Now, let's get to marketing, because you've gotten that right. The fact that now the business is actually sustainable is that aspect of marketing and just PR. How have you been able to get that right?
Well, how we try to do that is by ourselves. You know, like I said, as individuals, we are brands of our own selves.
Right.
Everyone you see, it's not like, oh, you know this out. I'm tired of it already.
All right.
Like, as individuals, we all have brands that we represent. Because outside Janzi, I am Sawa, who does his own stuff, not connected to Janzi. That's a whole different project. And that's the same thing that happens to each one of us you see in that band.
Okay.
Everyone is his own brand outside that band. When we come together, then that becomes Janzi.
So you actually allow for the band members to move on with their careers at their own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I cannot say I hold their future in my hand. I mean, if let's say someone came here and said, we want to take this guy to America, there's no way I'm going to stand in his way.
Right.
You know, it makes us happy because there's a history that says he played for Janzi, he's from Janzi, he will always talk about us. So for me, once you do the job right for Janzi, you're free to go and do your own stuff, because, I mean, that could be another opportunity. I can't say Janzi is the only opportunity you have.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Let's talk about patenting. You have taken that to a notch higher. And we have people who great talent who never see the importance of patenting, and they end up losing their idea to other people who now make big that idea and earn a lot from it. So what is that one thing that you will tell talent watching us today in terms of the importance to just get down to patenting their, you know, ideas, their unique ideas?
Well, I think sometimes, I'll be honest with you, I have friends. I can't say I did this on my own. I have friends who, you know, advise me both here and, you know, out there, who kept pushing me. I shared this instrument to so many friends who say, we're not going to share it until you patent that instrument, because that's a very great instrument you've created. Now you need to own rights. And it took me time to understand what they were talking about. But when I spoke to some friends there, they say, yeah, you need to. This is something unique, nice, and you need to give it value. So for me, I didn't want to just waste my time. That I just created an instrument. There has to be value to it. And the value to this instrument is the patent. Because then it was recognized as an additional, you know, to the music industry, that we have another instrument brought into the industry. So I think we should all do this. Sometimes we watch TV and we never pick anything from watching TV. We need to watch, we use internet, but when we read these things, we think, those things are for whites. No. It's time they have come to us as well. You understand? When I travel and I show them this instrument and I tell them it is patented, like, wow. So you see this value. They say, how did you get to this? How did you know? And you see, as Africans, Ugandans, we need to get out of those brackets of people thinking we still think that backwards. We need to show the world that, you know what, we're moving at the same pace like you guys. Whatever you're thinking you can do, we can do.
Thank you so much for coming in studios. As we come to a close, I'd like you to close us off with your great performance. Thank you so much for being part of this discussion. I'm sure you have learned quite a bit. You who has talent and is looking for, you know, commercializing it, making it your day-to-day, you know, source of income. So be sure to catch us next week, same time, same place. My name is Mala Kibilaudera. For now, enjoy Sewa Sewa's performance.